I'm going to give you a behind the scenes look at how I schedule my social media content for my podcast. My podcast is called Transferable Skills, produced by Cackle Media. Every week we have a new episode. And with that episode, I've got 5 to 10 videos associated to promote that episode that I release across social media. I used a social media manager for a while. I was trying out maybe 4 or 5 different ones, but I'm going to show you the one that I've been using now for the last 9 months, maybe. Been very happy with. Each one had issues in the past, and the one I'm using now is called OneUp. I want to give you a demo of how I go about using it. Why would you use a social media manager? It's because for me, if I'm posting something every day, every other day, even a couple times in a day, I want to be strategic about it. So typically what I do is Monday morning, I schedule out the entire week's content across all my channels. So let me show you how I do that on OneUp. So to start off, I'm going to create a post by clicking in the upper right-hand corner. You can individually select which channels you want to post your intended content to, or I select all. And the first thing I do is navigate down here and I add the video. Why do I do that first? Because as you can see down here, it is uploading. It takes a couple minutes to upload. Sometimes it's a few seconds, sometimes it's a few minutes. But while it's doing that, I can work on other things. For instance, I'm going to put the title and description in here. Title goes here. And then if you have a description, it can go down here. A nice feature is if you want it to differ based on which channel you're posting to, maybe a different title or a different way you name it or describe it across different channels, you can do that here by customizing it for each channel, but I just do it across all of them. There's a lot of features on here for creating a call to action or AI integration for some of the descriptions that you have. Now that it is done uploading, it's going to go through another minute of optimizing that video. But while it's doing that, I can fill out the other details here. If you want to put customized thumbnails, whether it's for Instagram or TikTok or anything else, you can do that right here. You can upload a custom thumbnail instead of it just showing a preview of the video. I can add a first comment to Instagram right here, which I have saved. Another nice feature of OneUp. Add a first comment, same thing. I'm going to put a link. So if somebody likes that video and they're like, I'm curious to hear more, there's a link right there automatically. And I can save this for the future if it's not a static link. Well, if we go back to the top, you can see that it is done optimizing. That video is ready to go. And so I'm going to schedule for Monday morning at, let's say, 5:45 a.m. Another nice feature. This is a big one. This is a time saver. Because I schedule daily videos throughout the week for the same episode they are supporting, I want all of those details below the top, adding the video, all those details I filled out, like the link, I want those to be consistent. So I could start a new post, which gives you a blank slate, or I could schedule another post, but keep the previous info, which I'm going to do now. It's going to go through that same process of uploading followed by optimizing. And during that time, while it's doing that, I'm going to just change the title, change the description. If you have a more robust description, fantastic. But everything you'll see below, while that is doing its work, its job, is the same. Same collaborator, same first comments on the different channels. All that stuff will be kept consistent and the same until you start over. All right, now that it's done uploading and optimizing, I'm going to go to the very bottom. All that is good and well. I'm going to schedule this one, and it remembers the last one I did was for Monday, so it automatically puts me back on Monday, which means I know Tuesday is the next day. You can change the time of day, schedule that for the 6 posts. There it is. Repeat the process. From here, I'm going to show you the queue. So if you click here, go to queue, which is also at the top navigation. You'll see queue there. Now you can see what's coming up across different channels, what I have scheduled, which is also a nice view is if I click on calendar, it'll show me next week what I have scheduled, which is pretty handy. You can change this to show you also what you only have scheduled versus what you have published in the past. So if I click on that, you'll see all the stuff that I have published by scheduling it in the past, which is pretty awesome. But to keep it clean, I like to keep it on just the scheduled post so I know what's coming up ahead. There's a lot of nice features that OneUp provides. I'm trying to pay it forward. I thought it was a great service. I use it every day virtually. So I hope it helps. I hope it helps you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Noah@cacklemedia.com.